If you find yourself in this position with your rod parallel to your waist at the end of your fly cast, I'm going to show you a better and more efficient way you may want to try. Hi, I'm Chris Myers of Orlando Fly Casting Lessons. I teach fly casting here in Central Florida, and I also do inshore saltwater fishing charters. And one of the most common things that I see is some variation of this. Now, there are a lot of different loop sizes and shapes and directions we see, but people make false cast, delivery. And a lot of times in perfectly calm weather, you can make this delivery and it lands out straight. That one landed out perfectly straight. But now let's look at where this fly was on the way to the target on the delivery. It came way up and over, and the loop was quite large. Now, with some practice, I can make that loop travel. That one landed in a pile. I can make it travel a lot faster like that. It's still, if we really look at that fly, it's a wide loop, and I'm having to slam it down in the water super hard. If we could make a cast that looked like this, gentle and effortless and unrolled on one finger, not only is it a lot more pleasant to make than having to slam the delivery down and spook fish on calm days, but that loop will work for you in the wind. Now, there's a couple reasons you're probably doing that if you found yourself in that situation. The most common that I run across is people's first back cast goes down. They learn they can make pretty decent loops up here, but nobody lets a cast go up here. We would never let that go and hope that it fell down to the target, because it's not going to. So if you're finding yourself false casting up way above the water, you're going to be very tempted to do this on the delivery, which made a gigantic or almost no loop on that particular delivery right there. So that is a reason you are probably bringing that thing down to waist level in an attempt to get the fly closer to the target. For the most part, it does anything but make your fly land where you wanted it to. It unrolls lower to the water, but that's about all we can say for that. If you are finding yourself coming down to waist level, you're stealing a bunch of speed out of that loop, and it's likely crashing in a pile more times than not, or certainly when there's a bunch of fish right there. The solution is going to be to get the very first cast to travel up. Then I can travel down, then I can follow through. If you think of this fly casting for the most part, and we're talking about somewhat overhead, whether it's 3/4 straight up and down, not sidearm fishing, but in sidearm fishing, we're just taking what works up here and completely tipping it down at a 90. So it's the same system. I like to use a 3-point system. So down here on the water is a 3. This is where I start. This is where I finish. Up here behind me is a number 1 floating in the sky, a big square with a 1 on it. It's right about here somewhere. It could be farther back. It could be closer, depending on how much line I'm casting. And then out here in front of me somewhere is another square that has a number 2 on it. That number 2 is floating in the sky at least head level. For an efficient cast with an accurate delivery, I want the back cast going slightly up. So I lift up into my straight line, I pull, and I stop going up. The line will go up. Here's number 1. I stick onto that one, and I'm stuck there until that line unrolls. So first thing we're going to do, lift up, 1. As soon as it's unrolled, and I'm going to know A, where it went, and B, when it's unrolled, because I'm going to turn around and look at it and see how awesome I did. Then I'm going to pull, bam, I hit number 2. Well, number 2 is our spot to make false casts. So we just made a false cast, 1, 2, 1, 2. If I want to deliver this fly to the target, I'm going to stop at 2 and then follow through nice and smooth to 3. This is where we fish. This is where we start. This is not where we cast. Many of you are probably going 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.5. Didn't get a 3. Well, we could go 1, 2, 1, 3. That makes even a worse pile. So most people don't come all the way down to 3. It's usually 2.5, 2 3/4. If you're really tempted, and I tell people it's like there's a big magnet under your tip and it's pulling, it wants you to come down there so bad. It's like, please come down here. It's like genetically built into us that we really want to come down to this position. Force yourself to say those numbers. If you have to say them out loud when you're practicing, maybe you don't want anybody around to hear you. Wait till a day where no one's around. You're going to go pull 1, pause, 2, pause, 1, pause, 2, 3. Force yourself to see these targets floating in the air. And you're going to snap into each target. 1, 2, 3. To break that habit, convince yourself that the cast will work awesome if you stay up there, and your loop will stay awesome. Go 1, 2. That's how I make my cast. 3 is for fishing, 2. Maybe you don't even need 3. Where you're fishing, you're keeping all this line out of the water. If it's moving water, you certainly might be on still water. We wouldn't want to do that. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Get rid of this waist level cast. It'll make your casting much more accurate, much more efficient, and work a lot better in the wind. If you want more tips on fly casting, become a subscriber to this channel. Check out one of my latest videos right here. You come and see me if you're visiting Central Florida for a one-on-one fly casting tune-up.